Your kids can't focus? Well, I'm here to tell you that this is a very common problem and it's actually solvable. You can teach them how to gain their focus back in less than 3 months. I'm going to share with you some of the amazing techniques that we use here daily at Helix Academy to teach our students how to not only focus during their homework and when they're doing their schoolwork, but also gain their focus when they're doing their exam. These techniques are effective and they work. So make sure you stay tuned for the entire video, and at the end you can actually download your tracker by downloading the link in this video. So whether you're trying to gain your own focus back or you're trying to teach your kids, starting off with reading might be a little advanced. So we can actually start off by some simple exercises, and it may sound crazy, but you could actually start counting letters on a page as opposed to reading. Or you could start counting the number of leaves on a tree by staring at it. Or you can actually open your water tap and make sure it's on the lowest point so you can actually see the water drops and you can still count them. You can count them for 5 minutes and then take a minute of break and then go back and count for 5 more minutes. And then the day after you could increase the timing from 5 minutes to 7 minutes to 10 minutes and so on. I've actually listed a tracker in the link below so you can download it and track your record. When you actually get started on this, you might find that your mind wanders a lot and you start thinking about all different random things instead of the task. You might find the urge of checking your phone, and I want you to resist it and keep focusing on the task. Don't get frustrated. I just want you to be really gentle with yourself. It's very normal for your mind to start wandering in the beginning of these exercises. So I want you to gain your focus back and focus on what you're doing and keep doing that without getting frustrated. So one of the most important things that we ask our students to do is to practice mindfulness while watching the TV, either walking or doing homework. You want to be aware of all of your 5 senses while you're doing a task. For example, if you're sitting down and watching TV, your eyes are working, your ears are working, but I want you to become aware of where you're sitting, the fabric that you're touching, the smell that is going on around the house, whatever you're eating, the flavors of the popcorn that you're having. I want you to become more aware of your senses. A lot of families that I talk to on a daily basis are getting really good at practicing not having their phone during the dinner or when they're having conversation with their friends or their kids. So I want them to take it a step further by not having their phone when they're watching TV or playing video games, because I want your brain to learn to focus at one thing at a time. Breathing is something that you do on a secondly basis, and if you pay attention when you're anxious and not focused, your breaths are very short and they come from your chest. But when you're calm and you're focused, you're breathing deep and through your stomachs. So this is a technique I teach my students to use right before a test or an exam, to breathe very deep through their stomach to calm down at least 30 to 60 seconds before they tackle that test or an exam. One thing that we notice with our students, especially when they have ADHD, is that they get distracted very often. They receive a text or they remember to text someone, or something comes up on social media. So we ask them to keep their phones away, number 1, and number 2, to have a notebook or a to-do list that they can carry with themselves all the time. Just in case if they remember to do something, they can write it down and they can be sure that they can take care of it later and they won't forget about it. I don't know if you guys remember the time when cigarettes were invented. I feel like they were advertised in movies, in magazines, and they told us it was cool to smoke. But later on they came out and told us that smoking can actually kill us. I feel like this is the same thing with smartphones and social media. We are exposed to this new technology recently and we're not sure how to use it properly, and we're not 100% sure and not legally warned by its effect that it can have on our brain's health. Therefore, it is our responsibility as parents and educators to teach our kids how to use apps and their smartphones responsibly by setting time limit for every single app that they use on a daily basis. You can click on the link of this video, download a free article. All you have to do is to send me your email. I will email you the article, and in there I have listed a few apps that you could actually use in order to set limits on the apps that you want, either on your iPhone, Android, or your laptops. You know, you could follow every single step that I said in this video. You could be the smartest person in the room, but if you're not following the right nutrition, you're not getting enough sleep, and you're not exercising, you will not be able to focus at 100%. I have seen it work with every single student. When they change their diet, everything changes, including their memory, focus and mood and everything else. So this is very, very important. Make sure you pay extra attention to it. Again, don't forget to download my article below. It is very useful to have. You'll find a ton of good material and good sources and tracking pages that you can follow and track your exercises. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.